okay?
Okay, in English.
Can you say me your name and your work?
So my name is Veronique Desbrosses. I am Director General of Gesac. It's the European grouping of Osso societies. It groups all the Osso societies such as GAE at the level of Europe.
What do you think about the? Can you estimate? Okay.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about the strategy of the unique market, digital market of the?
I think it's a central issue, and Europe is very focused on that. What we think is that one of the main assets for Europe in this digital market is the content, the cultural content. And I think it should be put at the center of any EU policy on the digital European market.
Can you resume the study of the production of culture in Europe, of the value?
Yes, the EY study, which was issued in 2004, what it demonstrates is that the cultural and creative sector together represent 4.2% of European GDPs, and it's the third employer in Europe. It employs 3.3% of the European active population. So it's an enormous asset for the European Union and for the economy and for growth and for competitiveness in Europe.
That means that Europe is in the top of the world of the.
Absolutely. Europe is a continent of creation. As for example, the book publishing sector is the biggest one in the world, and 7 of the top 10 book publishers are European. It shows you that Europe is really the continent for creativity, for leader in the cultural content.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I mean, I've said that there is a problem of fairness, there's a problem of a lack of a level playing field, and that the Commission will deal with it. So we will make a proposal. I think the example given of hiding behind a liability regime that was never intended as a kind of as a screen to avoid paying a fair remuneration to the authors and the performers is not something that the Commission believes is sustainable in the future. So you want to use words like scandalous or unacceptable. I mean, it's a problem that needs to be tackled. Yeah, clearly it's a problem that needs to be tackled, and it's a problem that the Commission intends to tackle. And then it's up to the Parliament and the Council to make sure that it becomes the law of the land in Europe. Happy to listen. But I think it's important to understand that we're with you, we're not against you. And we want to help you continue to be successful, to be creative, and to get a fair remuneration for your efforts. The Commission is your friend, it's not the enemy. But at the same time, we want the consumers to have choice, we want the single market to work. And we think that can be done. We also believe it needs a bit of time. Change is so rapid. I mean, sometimes you have to let the market play out a bit, see what happens, but we believe change is necessary. Last comment is on the politics of all of this, because at the end of the day, we can come forward with the most impressive strategy. I'm not saying that's what we've done, but we can, and visions and everything else and measures. But at the end of the day, we need a majority behind us, and the majority is in the Council and the Parliament. So we need, on the one hand, we need a prise de conscience, as people say in French, an awareness that this is something that's really important. That this is important for Europe's future, it's important for many, many reasons, and therefore this deserves the attention at the highest political level, i.e. our heads of state and government. But then secondly, I think also at this level of, say, yourselves, I mean, you have your own interest, but I think it's important to realize that there is this kind of overarching interest, and that if we all go for the lowest common denominator, or we wish certain things away, we will all lose, because we're all in this same boat. So we can shape our future. Europe is powerful enough, is big enough in the world to shape its own future. We don't need to be shaped by American giants or by Asian. We can shape our own future. But then we need to have the political courage to shape it. And when it gets difficult, we also have to be prepared from time to time to look over our shadows and say, yes, maybe it's not the perfect solution, it's not what I would want, but I understand this is what Europe now needs. I'm going to sit down and listen with great interest to the discussions that are going to take place. I mean, always happy, and I see some familiar faces, to engage with you if there are particular, and the same for Maria and her team, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some positive results that will be of benefit to this sector. Thank you very much.